And he takes this from inside the 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out. At the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Steps away to find some room. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football. But the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Fires to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Harbor. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of it.
On target to the left. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try to get outside. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss.
Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Back to throw, it's Sellers. The screen, and watch out. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Fans are bringing the noise on on 1st and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Throws it in. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Durham. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Trying to barge their way in. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
With the catch, it's Bennett. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. We didn't do it that time.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Intercepted to stop the a threat.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
He slings it deep to the left. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Showing the arm straight down the left side. Off and running. Touchdown LSU. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. The 20. The 10. Touchdown LSU. How about this defense taking one back to the house? What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump around.
It's him in stride inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. He's going to fire deep. He's got it inside the 25. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. They'll run it. It's Durham. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quick completion to the right. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
That's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Let's it go to the end zone. Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Throws to the back. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. To throw, it's Sellers. Makes the grab, it's Harbor. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for a deep man. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll go to the air. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because
he tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's going to let it go. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. Can't just let him pick you apart.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Give to the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Connection to the right. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. The give to the single back. Turning it on. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Red pass, it's complete. It's a fumble on the play. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where did I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that, flying up, making the big play.
Going over the top. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Rifles rifles it down the middle. And that pass is caught at the 25. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. You string together a few games like this, and all of a sudden you're pursuing Jamar Chase for that single-season receiving record.
And pursuing some postseason hardware, too, baby. Like, you're trying to be the best receiver in football. You're trying to be an All-American, and it's plays like this that starts getting that pump going, the hype train going, and at the end of the year, you want to be like, best receiver in football? Where's he from? Baton Rouge.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Looking for the goal line. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. LSU right back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the punishment has been extended. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying his defense.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Finds a man on the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
He's got it. First down and more. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Toss to the outside. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on third and goal. It's a reverse. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
Hits the afterburners. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long.